Hi, good morning. This is an update on Peter Spencer's murder. I'm going to just put up a video or two videos about his the outcome of his case. Okay, I might come back and talk about it, but right now I'm just going to put the update on his case because I just seen it. Okay, all right.
Went on a cabin trip with his white coworkers.
You would never expect him to be murdered.
And he didn't make it out alive. His family now calling his death a modern day lynching. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. On December 12, 2021, Peter Spencer, who's a Jamaican immigrant but called Pittsburgh home, he was invited to a white co-worker's hunting cabin in Venango County, Pennsylvania. It's some 85 miles outside of Pittsburgh. His fiancée, Carmela King, says she dropped him off, and then she started to get suspicious when his text messages started slowing down. Then he stopped responding altogether.
He texted me, hey, I'm just going to stay the night. And then he texted me and said, just come in the morning. And I was like, okay.
King then texted him, I love you.
And then I didn't hear from him for the rest. I never heard back from him.
She got in her car the next morning.
I just had a hunch to drive up there. And I drove up there. And a few moments before I got onto the road, his mom called and said he's been shot.
He'd been shot 9 times. The autopsy so graphic that we have to blur them. According to the coroner, Spencer was shot once in the mouth, twice in the buttocks, and 6 times in the abdomen or chest. His dead body laid out on the front yard when his fiancée arrived. And on the property, signs that read, quote, warning, we don't call 911, with the gun pictured. Another sign that says, quote, you're on camera, look up. A surveillance camera seen from an upstairs window. Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Aaron Allen could not comment on whether video evidence has been collected, but he does say that he was called to oversee this case. He's with the Heritage Affairs Department. He handles hate crimes and bias-related incidents for state police in the Pittsburgh region.
People are frustrated. So what do we know? What do you know about this?
Sure, we know that the incident happened, and there have been a slew of things that have been under investigation. Our criminal investigation unit has been working tirelessly for this investigation, making sure the proper things are being done.
What was the communication like with police thereafter?
It was slim to none, that it was just self-defense. They just said, oh, it was a gathering here. And they said he was the aggressor. And they felt frightened, and somebody shot him.
What is this coworker? Have you met this coworker before? Where did they work?
Yeah, I met him several times. He's come down to Peter's house. Peter cooks Jamaican food every Friday, so he would come down and get food off of him.
Sources have identified the coworker as a Nathan Myers, whose family owns the property. A reporter from the local news affiliate WTAE actually went to his family's house. His grandmother was home and would not comment. According to a statement, though, from Pennsylvania State Police, they found multiple firearms, ballistic evidence, and controlled substances at that cabin. Police say a 25-year-old suspect and 3 others were identified, detained, and questioned, but all of them were, quote, released after consultation with the Venango County District Attorney's Office. To this day, no charges have been filed. Paul Jubis is the Spencer family's attorney.
The idea that there was no charges with drugs and guns in a situation with a dead body with 9 bullet holes in it,
Sorry, I got to say something, right? This guy was killed in cold blood, right? He was killed in cold blood. They got him over there with false pretenses, and they still got off. Sorry, that's why the screen was going weak. I was trying to, flip it. He was killed in cold blood, and they still got off. This is really crazy. So you can't even trust I mean, he was his ex co-worker who took him out hunting, and then he ended up dying with so much bullets to his abdomen, his thing to the back, his mouth, and certain places, and they still get off, right? Where do they do that at? You know what, right? You know what's so really weird? What's so bad about it? Because when certain people be watching and they see that they get off for doing a crime, and that to them screams that it's okay to do that. Now, if it was in reverse now, right, the men would have gone to jail for a very, very long time. And it's, you know, honestly, the ones, I don't know what part of America, I can't remember, I don't know what part of America some people is at. Like I said, you don't need to like be on your P's and Q's around certain people, you know. Don't distrust them and go with them. Don't distrust them and go with them, right? That's his ex-worker, his ex-co-worker that he worked with. This man worked. It's not like he didn't work. He immigrated from Jamaica. He made a whole life with his fiance, and he worked. It's not like he didn't do nothing. Okay, right? And even if he didn't do nothing, it still doesn't give you the right to take him out. It's just so wrong. I'm just like, wow. Anyway, I'm gonna play this one and another one, and then I'm coming off because it's just so right. I spoke about Peter Spencer before. I was really hoping that the rest of the other people will take it up as well, because this is about everybody, okay? It's about all of us, because whether you're in the UK or the Americas, right, you should be able to walk freely, go wherever you want to go. If you want to go in the woods, you can go in the woods. If you want to go here, you can go there. You should not have no fear of going anywhere, right? Right? And it's really outrageous. I mean, I feel mad for his family, and I'm not even there. I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, and something said to me, go check out his case. I just checked it, and I see this, and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? It's very triggering. It's very triggering. But I'm going to let it play, okay? I'm going to try my best not to stop it. I'm going to let it go into the other one if we have to go into the other video, because it's quite crazy. They got off. Oh, anyway.
Doesn't make a lick of sense.
The family is also working with renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Cyril Wecht, who told Black News Channel that Spencer's wounds are consistent with someone who got hunted down.
I think he was running away, and one or more people shot him as he was running. That is what would fit in, because the shots looked like they were fired from a distance.
They're refusing to share autopsy photos so that our medical examiner can do his work. You know, we're going to approach this at this point with absolute skepticism, and when the time comes, aggression.
The case now sparking nationwide outrage.
What has happened to our brother? His blood keeps crying out to us.
Faith leaders and supporters now calling this a modern day lynching in a county where less than 2% of the population is Black.
I'm just letting God be my comforter, and I'm gonna keep pushing until the day he gets justice.
Carmela is expected to give birth to her and Peter's baby in June. Meanwhile, the family's attorney says that he wants the district attorney, Shaun White, off the case and now hands it over to the attorney general's office. Shaun White's office did release a statement saying, in part, quote, that they take this seriously. Any possibility that a crime may be fueled by hatred toward a person because their race, color, religion, or national origin. Rest assured, the office will take every measure to ensure that justice is sought wherever it may be found. He expects that full report of this investigation to be completed in 4 to 6 weeks. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
Is pushing back weeks after the DA determined that no charges would be found in Spencer's death.
The family's attorney held a news conference today calling out inconsistencies with the DA's statement and expressing their confidence that criminal charges will be coming down. Royce Jones is here with more on the family's fight for justice. Royce.
Well, the family of Peter Spencer hired their own forensic pathologist to perform a second autopsy. According to Dr. Cyril Wecht, who performed the second autopsy along with his colleague, it was done about 3 weeks after the initial autopsy, which happened on January 3rd. Dr. Wecht spending some time analyzing all 9 bullet wounds on Spencer's body, 5 of which, according to Wecht, were in Spencer's back. During the second autopsy, Wecht says that his analysis of the skin around the bullet wounds showed no gunpowder residue or stippling, which would indicate that the shots were fired from more than 2 feet away, at least those ones that were in his back, leading him to draw this suspicion.
He wasn't walking backwards. He was running away. And then when you put that together with the fact that it's a distance shot and there are 5 of those shots, where is this fear on the part of the shooter that he is being threatened?
Now, the Venango County District Attorney previously stated that the December shooting happened in self-defense, citing multiple witnesses who say Spencer became unintelligible, threatening fellow campers, firing an
That self-defense word. Let me see. Me can't see myself. That self-defense word. I hate. You see when people use that word in self-defense, that irks me right there. Irks me right there. Now, how many times have you heard of that from the other side? I'm just like, wow. I was so vexed. I just had to come and say something today. I'm sorry, right? Because it's sad, you know. The last thing he said to his mum was, "I love you," before he left. That's the last thing he said to his mum. And then his fiance found that there was off, like the text, like he don't stay nowhere or nothing. It's just crazy. I'm just like, wow. Anyways, I'm just gonna let it play. Then I'm gonna come off in it. I'm not gonna be on here for long because like I gotta try and do other stuff when I'm on the net. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're just gonna listen a bit more, and then after that, I'm gonna come off. If I have to come back and go over all this, look at probably. I mean, they don't put the autopsy out on articles. That's what I noticed. They don't do. So you don't get an idea of what it is, especially if we're across the water. There's certain things that America see that we don't see over here, because Google do filter a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna let it play. I just can't this morning.
AK-47 into the air and pointing the gun at his friend, who was apparently trying to calm, all while Spencer apparently had drugs and alcohol in his system. Well, it was then that the DA says Spencer's friend shot Spencer several times after being unable to de-escalate the situation. Spencer's family and legal team are cooperating with the federal investigation into the shooting, where they do believe criminal charges are forthcoming. Kim.
How often do you exercise your biggest
workers?
You would never expect him to be murdered.
And he didn't make
Boy, I'm definitely gonna come back and talk about this one. I don't know. I mean, it's just so mad. It's just crazy. Like, do you know how much there's even men that goes missing. Jelani Day went to see somebody and he ended up missing. You know what I mean? He went and he met somebody, probably off on an online site. He went missing. This went to his co-working rights in somewhere. He ends up dead. It's just crazy. And yes, it is a modern day lynching. I don't care how people look at it or how they think or whatever. Even the one with the woman who got, I think she got thrown off the boat. I don't know the ins and outs of that one, but It is continuously. It's like we're just bodies, or what? What is going on? Really, tell me what is going on. Tell me. You know, it's just crazy. Okay. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back because I have other lives to do. You know what I mean? So, as you can hear, this really stirred me. Because you know, you look at a person, you look at that could be your son, that could be your son in that situation. You don't know your son, you don't know. You have to think about it in that way. I mean, they want to normalize that when people die in that house, all good, it's all normal. Oh yeah, okay, right, let's just get on with our lives. Okay, no, it's not normal. It is not. Even the one with the mother, I think of the mother and something happened to the children. I don't know. They just want to normalize a lot of shit right now, and it's not cool at all. Okay, and I am gonna come off. I just thought I'd bring Spencer's case update to my channel because I was following this case, him and Nzinga King's one. Yeah, you know, I don't know what to say, to be honest. It is lies. It is lies. It is rubbish. Yes. See, and we're in England and we feeding it for you guys over there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come off because, like, you know, I have to try do a couple things. I need to try spread myself on the net a little wider sometimes, you know. With that said, I'm gonna come off. Okay, so thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, Hood Therapy. Thank you, Truth Master Dre, for passing through. As always appreciate all the viewers, all the likes, subscribers. Yes, sometimes you have to talk about the real life stuff sometimes because there's some serious crimes committing out there and people getting away with it. It's just crazy. Anyway, because it's loud, I'm gonna come off. Okay, all right, I'll see you later. Bye.